A letter from David Davis. Dear Prime Minister, as you know, there have been a significant number of occasions in the last year or so on which I have disagreed with the number 10 policy line.
I bloody hated this job and was probably a bit of a pain to work with.
The general direction of policy will leave us in, at best, a weak negotiating position and possibly an inescapable one.
The ship is sinking, and the one thing I actually learned in the SAS was what to do in that situation.
I am also unpersuaded that our negotiating approach will not just lead to further demands for concession.
I fear that this negotiation may yet involve some negotiation.
Of course, this is a complex area of judgment, and it is possible that you are right and I am wrong.
In all likelihood, both of us are wrong.
While I have been grateful to you for the opportunity to serve, it is with great regret that I tender my resignation from the Cabinet with immediate effect.
I know you didn't want Brexit, and this is very much my enterprise, so goodbye!
Yours ever,
Never again.
David Davis.
A letter from Boris Johnson. Dear Theresa,
Hey babes!
at the referendum, the British people were told that they would be able to manage their own immigration policy, repatriate the sums of UK cash currently spent by the EU, and pass laws independently and in the interests of the people of this country.
And that's all they were told at the time. That's all she wrote. No one said anything else.
That dream is dying, suffocated by needless self-doubt.
The dream is dying from the needless self-doubt of waking up.
We appear to be heading for a semi-Brexit.
Wait.
I described my frustrations as Mayor of London in trying to protect cyclists from juggernauts. We were told that we had to wait for the EU to legislate on the matter.
Of course, instead of using this during the referendum, I made up some bollocks about tea bags. Oh, and by the way, this is also crap.
We are asserting that we must accept huge amounts of precisely such EU law, because it is essential for our economic health, and when we no longer have any ability to influence these laws.
Which idiot said we should give up our influence there?
In that respect, we are truly headed for the status of colony.
I wish to end my time as Foreign Secretary by using the sensible, post-imperial rhetoric that so characterised my time in the job.
The government now has a song to sing. The trouble is that I have practiced the words over the weekend, and I find that they stick in the throat.
It ruined my weekly karaoke night with Govey, who sang like a canary.
Since I cannot in all conscience champion these proposals, I have sadly concluded that I must go.
Since I cannot in all conscience give up the chance to be PM again, I have gleefully concluded that I must make your life a misery.
As I leave, the Foreign Office now has the largest and by far the most effective diplomatic network of any country in Europe, a continent which we will never leave.
Stupid geography.
Yours, the Right Honourable Boris Johnson, MP.
And now, just to show it's not all about my ego, I've hired a photographer to capture the historic moment where I selflessly get myself on all the front pages.